All right, guys, let's start with the what says. So I say what says ah. You repeat the sound ah, and you point to A. What says ang? Repeat that sound, ang, and then you're going to point to A-N-G right here. What says S? Repeat it. Point to S. Did you point to S? What says eh? Repeat. Eh. And point to E. What says T? Repeat that sound. And point to T. What says iled? Repeat iled. And point to ILD down there. What says olt? I hear that OLT right here. What says v? Repeat v and point to V. What says ah? O says ah. Your mouth is open when you make vowel sounds. What says sh? Repeat sh. SH says sh. That's a digraph, two consonants that make one sound. What says qua? Repeat that sound. Qua. Q-U. Qua. That's our buddy letter. What says ung? Repeat and point to U-N-G. What says p? Repeat and point to P. What says repeat and point to U. One more. What says z? Repeat. Z and suffix s. Remember, suffix s can make that z sound too. Okay, so I'm going to build some words now. I'm going to get my syllable cards because you guys are such good readers. We'll move on to syllable cards. Try this one. Vandal. Now we don't say vandal, we say vandal. So that first syllable takes the accent. So it's vandal. Remember that schwa is I or a. Okay, so it sounds like vandal, but we spell it vandal. Okay, now I'm going to say the word. You repeat the word, and then you try to write it. Okay, so if you have note cards at home or you have a whiteboard or notebook paper or however you want to do it, this is really good practice. Try this one. Seldom. You repeat. Seldom. Now we say seldom because that schwa turns into I or a, but it sounds like dom. I'm sorry, it looks like dom. So seldom. Sell. Dom. Seldom. The next word is sandal. Sandal. But it looks like sandal. 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 One of those things you just have to practice when you read, that you wouldn't read this sandal, and when you were reading it in a story, you would know that in the summer you don't wear a sandal, you wear a sandal. Okay, try the next one. Disrupt. Repeat. Disrupt. 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 The next word is insist. 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 Now in this word, this second syllable has the accent because we don't say insist, we say insist. Okay, let's try another one. Clinic. Repeat. Clin. Ick. Clin. Ick. Clinic. You'll know that some words that end in ick end with an IC, like panic, tonic, clonic, clinic. The next word is pilgrim, but it looks like pilgrim. Repeat it. Pill. Grim. Pill. Pill. Grim. Grim. Pilgrim. But we don't say pilgrim, we say pilgrim. And in this word, that first syllable has the accent. Our last word is dentist. Repeat. Dentist. 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 All right, let's try some dictation. Let's start with sounds. I say the sound, you repeat the sound, and then you write the letter or letters that make that sound. So keep that whiteboard or paper or whatever you're working on. Ready? Our first sound is olt. Repeat it. Olt. And write the letters that make that sound. Olt. The next sound is j. Repeat the sound. J. And then you should write J. Number 3, the next sound is qua. What says qua? Repeat it. Qua. Q says qua. Number 4, unk. Repeat it. Unk. And then write the letters that make the unk sound. Last one, ank. Repeat it. And you should write A-N-K. Ank. Let's do those together. Ready? Let's read them together. Number 1, olt. J. Qua. Unk. Ank. Let's do some real words. I say the word, you repeat it, and then you write it. Number 1, standoff. Repeat it. Stand off. Stand. And off. Off. Stand off. Now I put a second F there because this is a compound word. Stand is a word on its own, and off is a word on its own. So you can use a bonus letter in that word. The next word is infest. Repeat it. Infest. 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 Number 3, credit. Repeat it. Cred. It. Cred. Cred. It. Credit. Number 4, tropic. Repeat. Trap. Ick. Trap. Tropic. There's that ick again, like in panic, tonic, clinic. And then number 5 is insist. Repeat. Insist. 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 Let's move over. Actually, let's read these together one more time. Number 1, standoff. Number 2, infest. Number 3, credit. Number 4, tropic. And 5, insist. All right, let's do some nonsense words. Number 1, chin frab. Repeat. Chin frab. Chin. C-H-I-N. Frab. Chin frab. Number 2, thip nest. Thip nest. Thip nest. Thip nest. Number 3, instom. Repeat. In stom. In. I-N. Stom. Instom. Number 4, enflaunt. Enflaunt. N. Flaunt. Enflaunt. And number 5, shid-lent. Shid-lent. Shid. Shid-lent. And shid-lent. All right, let's read those together. Here we go. Number 1, chin frab. Thip nest. Instom. Enflaunt. Shid-lent. How'd you guys do? Let's move on to sentences. Okay, so get another piece of paper, turn it over, use your whiteboard, whatever you're doing here. I say the sentence, you repeat it, and then I want you to pause the video and write it. All right? Let's try this one. Get the pumpkin in the shed. Repeat. Get the pumpkin in the shed. Now pause and write. Let's do it together. Get, capital letter at the beginning of my sentence. The pumpkin. Pumpkin. And I use the K for the K sound because it was right next to an I. Remember, K goes with I and E, and C goes with the other 3, A, O, and U. Get the pumpkin in the shed. In the shed. Period. End of sentence. Get the pumpkin in the shed. All right, number 2. Jim was content in the sun. Repeat. Jim was content in the sun. That word content, we say content. The accent is on the second syllable, but it looks like content. Okay, pause here and write that sentence. Jim was content in the sun. Pause. And then let's do it together. Jim was content. Con, but I know she said it was con, so it's on. Tent. Jim was content in the sun. Jim was content in the sun. Content means happy. Number 3, Mr. Kemp will invest in gold. Mr. Kemp will invest in gold. Go ahead and pause it and write it on your own. And then here we go. Mr. Capital M-R period is our abbreviation for Mr. Mr. Kemp. I did a capital K because this is his last name and it's a proper noun. Also, I use a K for the K sound because I have an E as my vowel right here. Okay. Mr. Kemp will invest in gold. Will invest in invest in gold. Mr. Kemp will invest in gold. All right, how'd you guys do? We're not going to do our cops and mark it up because that's too hard to do over the computer, but hopefully I get to see you in person soon. Hope you guys are doing well. I'd love for you to read me something or at least just get on Flipgrid and say hello so I can give you some feedback and say hi back, okay? Let me know if you have questions. Send an email. Take care, guys.